boy, do we have a video for you today. A good old compilation of random scents. I don't know what order they're in. I put them randomly on purpose, so I have no idea what I'm gonna pick up and smell. So it's, semi-blind. We got niche, we got designer, we got basic and cheap, and we got extremely niche and sensitive and expensive in here. So these are just a bunch of scents I've been very interested in trying recently. Some of them I have smelled before, just whether it be at airports or in passing or wherever. So some of them I will recognize, but for the large majority, this is going to be my first time smelling these. So this is going to be just very genuine first reactions, initial impressions, and just my honest first take on it, whether I would want to wear it, whether I like it, whether it's not for me. And I'll just try and give you a little sense of what these things smell like. So let's just jump right into it with number one. Let's go for it. I got my piece of wool right here just to help maintain my nose. Number one. Oof. That's a real spicy little boy. This is just cooking spices, and that's straight up it. I'm just getting cooking spices. Either this is a sample gone bad, or this is a bad sample. Not for me. Just a solid 2. Not something I want to wear. I'm not sure if that's gone bad or not. But anyway, all I'm getting are just cooking spices. Kind of just nutmeg, cinnamon, but not sweet at all. Just spicy and just kind of a little bit nasty. So that's just a 2 for me. Number 2. This is a lovely, lovely citrus fragrance. Very light, very effervescent, very bubbly, very just radiating off of the strip. Juicy, but not gourmand. Very well balanced with some very light musks and floral tones. But yeah, just a very alive garden that's fruit producing. It's quite gorgeous, quite beautiful. Not something I would wear, but very nice. Just gonna give it a solid 7. Maybe 7.5, let's bump it up there. That is a beautiful, juicy garden right there. This is interesting. So much more spicy here. Spicy, woodsy, resinous, dry. Again, just very elegant. Obviously we're in the Chanel zone right now of the samples. So obviously quite elegant. Again, just airy and radiant too. So I don't know what that is. Is that those aldehydes or whatever that is? Resinous and smoky, yet radiant and light, and that's a wonderful combination. I really do like that because it's just classy, automatically classy. Because it's not too thick, it's not too sticky. But very dry woods, very nice, very elegant. Gonna give this one an 8.5. Really like it. Moving on to number 5. All right, so this one I do know. This for sure is a Chanel. This one's very dry, very woody, very dusty. Boozy even. I get this kind of old library vibe with this, even like an old dusty underground bar, jazz instruments, so like brass, alcohol, boozy, but dusty books, library. So classy and dry also. Definitely for a more mature audience. Definitely leaning masculine. It's brash yet elegant. It's really nice. It is very nice. This is a solid 8. Not really for me though. Not really so much for me, personally. Moving along to number 6. So this is much more boozy and it's kind of sweet and sour at the same time. Chocolatey a little bit, so for sure this is a patchouli. Sweeter. Sweet and airy. For sure this would play so much different on skin. You already know, you know what I mean? A chocolatey note is unmistakable though. That is definitely patchouli. Because it has an earthiness to it. It is very nice. Really, really nice. And that sweet yet dry elegance, that radiance to it again. So I think this is another 8. Also, I do really like it. It's not really the one for me though, personally, but yeah, that's hard to go wrong with though. That is definitely very elegant, very classy. Okay, go. Just rewinding way back again into that floral fresh. Just bouquet, just garden, just florals. Bright, fresh, green florals, herbaceous, youthful, feminine, really lovely, really not for me. Just gonna go with the 6 on that one because somehow it's a bit generic too. You know, I mean, it's just, you know, is what it is. Gotta make you smell great, but it's just flowers. But very herbaceous, very young flowers, very new flowers, you know, still in the soil, still a lot of green leaves, moss, that kind of thing around. But again, sunny garden, so. Moving on to number 8. Okay, this is just a very masculine fragrance. This is very department store. This is very blue, aquatic, shower gel, etc., etc. You've smelled it a million times. Here you're smelling it again. It's a 6. It smells good, sweet. It's fresh, you know, aquatic, swimming pool-ish. It's very sweet, you know what I mean? Very synthetic. Really not standing out at all as anything special. But obviously smells good, but it's, you're not, you know, you smell like a boy. You smell like a teenager, I guess, so whatever, 6. Moving on to number 9. This is lovely. What is this? I am loving that. This is again, so this is dry woods. Dry woods, just a little bit of sweetness, ambery quality to it. You're thinking warm tones, you're thinking, you know, amber colored, honey colored, but not cloying, not sticky. It's quite dry and airy and still radiant. There's a sweetness to it. There's citruses in here. Unmistakably classy. Again, really lovely. Oh, what does it smell like to me? Yeah, those citruses balance so well with those woody tones and those kind of drier and those drier notes. Just enough sweetness in the citrus. Just really lovely woods here though. I'm really, really liking this one, and we're gonna go up to a 9 on this one. Yeah, that's definitely a standout so far. Let's move on to number 10. Holy crap, that is just crazy. That is straight up body odor. Smoke. You know, just burnt cigarettes, burnt rubber, body odor, booze, stale booze, you know, just old oak wood that's been rotting in a fucking, what do you call it? You know, an old opera house. The brass instruments have been sitting there with, you know, people's spit on the reeds for like years, and it's just encrusted. And it's just a bunch of, you know, rich people that have been smoking way too many cigarettes and pipes and tobacco, and they're just stinking. Yeah, I mean, it's unmistakably kind of weirdly classy, but it's just kind of gross also, you know, in both senses of the word. So for me, it's a 5. I don't like it, but I think I understand what they're going for here. So anyway, is what that is. Interesting. Right. So this is a sweet minty kind of thing again. I've smelled something like this before. Sweet and minty, not really my style. A creamy, sweet and fresh kind of fragrance. It's not minty to the degree of menthol, but it's just more of a cooler, yet sweet, fresh kind of smell. Not close to aquatic or anything like that. Much more green. Not really for me though. It does smell nice, but it's just a 6 for me. So this is nice. This is, you know, obviously it's a bit designer, it's a bit basic, but it is a bit more refined than your average department store perfume, so to speak. But for sure, you're getting that same kind of shower gel, kind of blue situation, aquatic situation here. But for some reason, it feels like a bit more mature for a bit of an older guy, but somehow still in that same vein. So I guess there's a fougere quality to it. Is that what that is? Is that lavender? I don't know what that is, really. Kind of quote-unquote barbershop kind of blend. It is kind of nice. Like, it is like reassuring and safe in a way. You know what I mean? Like, it's quite inoffensive. So it's a little bit sweet. You know, it's kind of classically masculine in a way. I kind of do like it. But again, it's definitely, you smelled a lot of things like this before. I'm gonna go with a 7.5 on it, because it's just so mid. So number 13. It's quite nice. So somehow this is also designery, but much more citrusy. So again, that kind of blue shower gel thing, it exists here. You can tell right away that it's somehow in the designer vein, in the department store kind of vein. It's somehow cheap. And yet the citruses on top add a little bit of flair, add a little bit of uniqueness to it, a little bit of sweetness to it. It's nice, feels young, youthful, fresh. Obviously kind of, you know, the idea of a masculine fragrance. It's nice, nothing special. I was gonna say a 7, I kinda wanna go down to 6.5. We'll keep it at a 6.75, you know what I mean? Again, somehow kind of mid. Does smell good though, like, you definitely do smell better than not wearing anything, you know, don't get me wrong. So very inoffensive, but again, we're talking mid. Somehow quite similar to the last one, but sweeter. So again, unmistakably department store, much more aquatic than the last two, and much sweeter. So we're definitely in the aquatic, we're in the shower gel realm, we're in the sweet realm, we're in the designer masculine realm, so to speak. It smells good. It does smell good, I ain't gonna lie. But it ain't unique whatsoever. So we're just gonna keep that one at a solid 7. It's nice though, you know what I mean? Like, you kind of hate to like it, you know? But you do like it. I don't know, 7? 7.5 maybe? I'm just gonna keep it at 7. It's quite mid as well. I hate to say it, is what it is. So, 15. All right, here we go. Back into the niche, you can tell immediately. And yet a lot of these are starting to smell the same too. It's kind of funny. Because here we go again with a dry, airy, woody smell. with its own kind of nuances. This one's a little bit more on the brash side, a little bit more on the harsh side. You know, these kind of resinous woods, these oud-y kind of woods, these dirty woods. It gives you a darker image. You know, a little bit animalic, a little bit edgy. This is pretty nice though. Like, this is a nice balance of it. It's not going too far off into the deep end, you know, it's still balanced with sweetness. So I will give this a solid 8, but somehow in the niche realm, that is also kind of mid. You know what I mean? Like, does it stand out enough, or is it like inspiring me enough immediately? I don't know, I do really like it. I would want to try this on skin and explore this one deeper. It is nice, yeah. I definitely want to try this one on skin, so I'm intrigued. We'll keep it at an 8, we'll keep it pushing. Interesting, okay. So this is very citrusy, this is very fresh. Very citrusy. Has some greenness to it. It's really nice. It's not my style. It makes me think Italian though, you know, just because of the citruses and the greenness to it and the kind of sunniness to it. Almost a little bit of saltiness and aquaticness to it. It's not aquatic in any way like a designer fragrance would be, like those kind of department store-y ones, but it has like a salty airiness to it that actually gives you more of an image of what like it really might be like to be near the ocean. So I'm getting those fruit trees by the ocean again kind of thing, which is why I'm thinking Italian, you know, or Italian inspired. But it has a dustiness to it that makes it more mature than a lot of those other ones, which makes me like it more, you know. I do like this one. I'm gonna give this a solid 8. This is another one I want to explore deeper. I'm into it. I'm interested in exploring it more deeply. I'll come back to that one. That one's an interesting one. So somehow, I don't know, somehow generic. I don't know. It's fruity, it's sweet, and I don't know, basic. You know, a little bit of the shower gel vibe going on again. It's just 5. It's just mid. I'm not interested in it that much. So it's just a little bit spicy, a little bit, you know, very fresh, you know, kind of sweet, you know, citrusy. Yeah, just a 5 for me. Not feeling it so much. So 18. Okay, so we're getting into this. What is that, an Amouage? No. What is that? One of those Initios maybe? But anyway, it's cardamom, you know, it's like very sweet, cardamom, spicy. I think this might be Spicebomb Extreme. Wow, it really does smell like, if that is what this is, it really does smell like that Initio in the white bottle. Very similar, wow, very similar. But yeah, so what is that? It's just sweet. This is sweet and spicy. A lot of different spices, very sweet, you know, alluring to a degree, easily likable. Has a bit of a softness to it, a comforting aspect, you know, warm hug, intimate, sensual, yummy, gourmand. It's pretty good, you know, it's pretty good. I'm gonna just say a 7. I could say a 7.5, but I'm not feeling it today. So I'm gonna say 7 because it's just not for me right now in this phase of my fragrance journey. But yeah, I see a lot of applications for this type of fragrance, you know, especially like where I would be using this these days would just be chilling at home, like on my own, just to enjoy a little personal scent cloud, you know what I mean? You just want to like smell something yummy and be cozy, but Yeah, but again, not really for me, for like representing my current version of outward self. So anyway, 7. So 19. Getting that wool. Interesting. So also very spicy, but the sweetness is taken out here, you know? We got spicy and we got citrusy. Maybe a little bit of musks going on in the background. Woodsy, obviously. Super woodsy. So again, a kind of a evening dark, not too dark, but twilight forest. Maybe some burnt or charred wood. Not too much, but dry. It's nice, you know, nuanced. It's, you know, niche quality, so to speak. Citruses give it that just a little bit of sweetness to round it off, not make it too dry, too challenging. Somehow not unique. I hate to say it. I think just too many people have done this kind of thing these days. Certainly not bad at all. Quite nice, just not jumping out at me for whatever reason. So we're gonna go 7.75 on this one. Very, very, very slightly animalic. It's so subtle that it's quite on the safe side. But it has a little bit of a harsh edge to it, which is cool. That's coming up from the 7.5 to the 7.75 for that. So this is number 20. Okay, now I'm wondering if this is the Spicebomb, because this also is like a sweet cardamom spicy kind of thing. Like it damn near smells exactly the same. I wonder if I got 2 samples. But this one smells a little bit more animalic than that other spicy sweet cardamom situation going on. If I'm not mistaken, this is a bit more animalic. But what can I say? It smells really similar, so I don't know. Sweet and spicy, warm, cozy. Again, just a 7, I guess, for me. But a little bit more papery. Is this just a sample? Is this just the paper stick? I don't know what's going on here. But if I'm not mistaken, there's a little bit of animalic touch, maybe just a little bit of like idea of oud, you know, a little bit of the barnyard somewhere just hidden below the surface to make it somehow a little more interesting. Anyway, just gonna keep it at a 7 for now. Not sure what's going on here. That's number 20. 21. All right, so this is very, you know, kind of a mature, freshy, this kind of gray herbal vibe here. Kind of a fougere barbershop-y vibe, but not fully. Dusty, gray, herbal. You know, sweetness is way dialed back. Thinking older gentleman. Very green, herbal, herbaceous, you know. Not for me. Little bit nostalgic, little bit grandpa. Gonna go with the 6. It's cool. Moving on. 22. Okay, so this is just... Is that Sauvage? Smells like Sauvage. Maybe it's the elixir. So what is this? You know, what does this smell like? Again, obviously that department store masculine blue shower gel DNA that we're all so used to. But it's better. It's better. The spices are very, very beautiful. The blue shower gel is crisp, it's clear, it's singing, you know? the spices are singing, are cutting through. You can see the different layers of smell more distinctly. It's like the symphony of the classic blue department store designer fragrance is much clearer and more separated, the notes, you know, and they come together very nicely. They're not muddled or anything. The sweetness is well tamed. The peppery zinginess is just so sharp and so gorgeous. I don't know, it's so basic, but I really like it. Like, I really like it. What can I say? I mean, I'm gonna go 8.5 on this one. It just seems so easily wearable almost. Really enjoying it. Really enjoying it. And of course, you just know this is quite mass appealing. You can just tell, you know, like, it's quite safe. It's quite safe, but it's pretty beautiful in its own right, you know, for what it is, for what it's doing, which is a basic thing, but it's doing it quite well. So leave that at 8.5. 23. So we've smelled this kind of thing before many times. This is like, somehow it's like classic niche. I don't know why. But it's a sweet, woody, ambery, resinous kind of thing. And it's very nice. But I think I have to rate it lower now just because I'm getting more tired of it now. These ratings obviously are so subjective and have so much to do with what comes beforehand, right? So these ratings are kind of BS, but just help you get an idea of how I feel about it, that's all. So really it's another like kind of sweet cardamom-y kind of spice bomb kind of thing. So spicy, sweet, you know, resinous, woody, cozy. Just gonna give it another 7. I don't know why I'm having a hard time differentiating these, or if I accidentally bought, you know, many of the same sample. I don't know what happened here, but, or maybe my nose is just dying. Get some of that wool, bruh. Yeah, I don't know, is what it is somehow. Quite nice, quite average at the same time. So we're just gonna go with the 7 on that. We'll keep it pushing for now. All right. 24, here we go. Oof, that is something else. We got the body odor going on here. We got body odor and lemon, body odor and lime. That is some real salty, salty boy stuff there. Not liking it, it's not for me. Real salty. That's a real salty, limey situation here. Zesty. That's a zesty boy. Not for me. That's a 4. That's a 4 for me. For sure this would be way different on skin though, so I'm kind of interested in a way just to try it because it's just so obviously not for, you know, I'm sure the paper cannot do this justice on this one. Because I think there's more going on here, but all that comes off is a salty BO smell and I'm not into it. It's just a, yeah, no. 25. Oh man, that is very sweet and very delicious. That just smells like candy. I mean, we've smelled this before in life. What does it smell like? It smells like a candle. It smells like a vanilla candle, you know? Like is it almondy? Vanilla? Certainly vanilla. It kind of smells like a synthetic vanilla candle, I'm not gonna lie. Like one of those really good ones that you're just like burning in, you know, your friend's mom has it in her bathroom for some reason, you know? It's like those really nice candles with like 3 wicks. I mean, they're not that nice, but they just smell really good. I mean, they're kind of synthetic. Like you kind of know it's not really healthy, but at the same time, it is really nice. Because really it just has a waxy quality to it. Very sweet, very sugary, very vanillic. Maybe almondy, I don't know. Or like nutty or something. It's so delicious, mouth-watering. Not for me personally, not my style. But I get this, like, it could be sexy in its own way. But anyway, That's cool. For me, it's just a 6. It's just maybe even a 5. You know, we'll do 5.5 for this because it's just really not for me. Number 26. Ooh, I like this. I smelled something like this before, so. Ooh, but this is nice. It's so aquatic and elegant at the same time. I really like these kind of smells. Just so aquatic and elegant because, yeah, I like both those things, so those two aspects a lot, you know. But it doesn't have any of the designery kind of elements. They removed all that kind of shower jelly vibe, but kept that really intense blue, tropical aqua, fresh water, or, really blue, clear water. Airy, subtly sweet. So some sweet florals. Is this one gonna last? I don't know. But that tropical water, I really love it. I'm not gonna lie, this is nice. Just a hint of spice. That's really good. That's a solid 8. Might go for the 8.5 on that one. This is definitely one I want to explore more deeply. Nice. Nice. 27. That's also very nice. This has got to be another patchouli thing because I'm getting the chocolate. Resinous, papery, woody, sweet, chocolatey, smoky. Elegant, pretty well blended. Interesting separation of notes where you can smell these individual things clearly but at the same time. Certainly on the smokier end. So there's a bit of brash dirtiness to it, a bit of roughness. A little bit of that booziness too, so this is somehow, again, we see this a lot, don't we, with these niche boys. But it's well done. It's got a class and a brashness to it. Gonna go with another 8.5 on this. This is another one I want to explore more deeply. I'm interested. Nice. Whew. Moving on to 28. So this is a very lovely, soft floral fragrance. Very, very creamy, so for sure the iris is going on here. Very powdery, creamy floral fragrance. Soft, feminine, little bit of an aquatic nature to it. Very pleasing, very lovely. Very, very well blended, where all these kind of floral notes just come together into this creamy, creamy floral singing tone. There's a very lovely quality to it. That kind of undertone of the synthetic aquatic is so well blended that it just uplifts everything a little bit, and it sings really nicely. But overall, it's so creamy, and it's such a creamy pastel floral smell. It's very elegant and nice. I like this. Definitely leaning feminine, but I would still rock this for sure. Maybe just a little bit of spice in there too, actually, which leans it back towards the unisex. So, tempted to say 7.75, but I think I'll just bump it up to the 8. Let it live at the 8. Because it's just, yeah, it's very nice. Okay. So this is an aquatic floral fragrance. This has a similar florals to the last one, I think also iris, where it has creamy florals, but it's a little bit harsher here, or just more contrasty, because it's a bit more salty, a little bit more aquatic. I think I like the previous one better. Yeah, it's more salty, it's more aquatic. but the saltiness kind of kills the whole creamy floral thing that was going on before in a way. You can tell it's still here, but it's not as, yeah. So, I don't know, 7.5. Nice, but yeah, it's nice, but yeah. That is a boozy, sweet yellow flower. That's what that smells like. Don't know what more to say about that. That is a boozy, sweet yellow flower. It's not for me. Gonna give it the 6.5er. Doesn't smell bad, not for me. It's just not for me. Boozy, sweet yellow flower. What to say? This is pretty lovely floral fragrance here. So we got a bit of the aquatic thing going on. We got a bit of the florals. We got a bit of the, you know, a little bit of that department store vibe. Not gonna lie. GL Broche. But has a certain class to it. It's not actually super classy, but you can tell they're kind of going for the classiness. Why is that? I think it's maybe a slightly booziness quality to it. The sweetness is not cloying. It's not bad. It's not bad. A little bit ambery, you know, a little bit ambery. But I don't know. It just somehow is not quite there, I guess. God, it sounds so harsh. I'm sort of, you know, people for sure spend a lot of time doing this, and it's probably, obviously way fucking better than I could do, but still. Just giving you my honest first impressions, guys. Sorry. It is nice. It's nice. I actually like it, but again, it's just not, I don't know. There's so much out there, guys. You know what I mean? There's so much out there, so we're just gonna go with the solid 7. We're gonna keep it pushing. 32. Ooh, I like these. You know, this is that kind of darker floral, getting rid of the sweetness. I almost want to say sour floral. It's not really sour, but it's like these evening flowers, these kind of mossy, more green, a little more herbaceous. You know, these kind of moonlight flower kind of vibes. So a little bit aquatic, a little bit salty almost. Maybe that's a kind of soury thing. So maybe it's some like sour citruses there. I don't know if this is the sample or the strip. It's almost getting to the BO level though, the body odor level, which I don't like. But it is a mysterious floral kind of moonlight kind of thing, which I do like. But there is almost like a paint thinner vibe, which is like, whoa, caution. So I don't know. It could be the strip or whatever. Gonna go with the 6.5 for now, just to be realistic. Maybe need to try this one on skin, because this might be a deceiving one. Interesting. Stick with the 6.5 for now. 33. Okay, that's unmistakably Sauvage. Again, a really just well done, you know, department store fragrance. You got the blue, you got the spicy, you got the shower gel, you got the masculine, you got the aquatic, you got the clean, coming out of the shower, out of the swimming pool. You're fucking ripped, you know. You got like sexy bod, short hair, you know, just fucking, you're the man, you know. Yeah, so just so fresh, so clean, so peppery, so bright. It's very well done, you know what I mean? So again, I don't know, 7.5 for this one somehow. It doesn't seem like it was quite as good as that other one from a while back. Just as somehow it's even more generic, actually. So like that other one we were talking about, how the notes were kind of more separated out and more clear in their own ways. Like this is coming together more as a single thing, although it has been sitting here for an additional 15 to 20 minutes, so that could also be it. But yeah, it's pretty unmistakable. So it's pretty nice. I don't know, 7.75 to be honest. It's kind of nice. You hate to like it, but you like it. Because that pepperiness is so good, it's kind of addictive. It's so bright and peppery and fresh. Like, you just know you're gonna smell good. You can't deny it. So anyway, 7.75. I'm gonna call it. 34. Okay, so this is also a Sauvage. This is just like Sauvage, but like volume turned way down. And everything even more blended as one unified note instead of separated out. So I'm just getting like subtle blue, subtle spice, subtle shower gel. Maybe a touch sweeter, maybe a touch more herbaceous. That whole kind of spicy, classic clean shower gel thing is still obviously there though. Just a 7. This one just seems more basic to me. Even more basic somehow, and less exciting. But it's still nice. 7. 35. Looking through this, boys and girls. So that's a boozy rose. That's a nice rose. What can I say? That's a boozy rose. That's like a downtown New York rose or whatever. I don't know, uptown New York. Wherever the jazz clubs are in New York, that's where the rose is. There's a rose in the kind of swanky jazz club. People are having some cocktails and there's some brass instruments. But somehow still daytime. It's not really like that nighttime dark boozy thing. It's just like, it's bright. It's really nice. And that, because of that boozy balance with the rose, kind of puts it into that unisex territory. And it's kind of fun. I'm tempted to go to an 8 because I just want to explore this more and try it on. I like rose, and rose is lovely. Yeah, it's a bright boozy rose, so it's kind of simple in a way. But I like it, so I'll go with an 8 on that. Nice. A little bit of spiciness there in the background too, just a little bit. Just a little bit of spices, so yeah. All right, 36. That's pretty nice. What do we got going on here? I like this. This is real musky. This is real musky, kind of dark shower jelly, kind of. Reminds me of something, because it's a little bit grandpa, just a touch. It's a little bit of is it the fougere thing going on? Is that what that is? This kind of musky, shower jelly thing, but it's way more mature than the basic boy stuff. A little bit animalic, just a touch of it, but it's so the appropriate amount, where it doesn't, it makes it smell like its own thing. It's spicy. And floral though too. This is really interesting. I definitely want to try this on skin and get a little deeper into this one. Might be a little bit out of my age range. It's so nostalgic for me though, I'm not gonna lie. For me, this is a bit of a more mature fragrance, and I like that. 8.25 on this one. Really intrigued by this one, really want to explore this one more deeply. Number 37. Okay, that's quite sweet. That's very sweet and very floral. A little bit of the booziness to it, I dare say. Boozy, sweet floral. A bit jammy, a bit jammy. So maybe a little bit of jammy fruit, kind of sweet, but mostly floral. Somehow that little bit of spicy booziness to it. I don't know, it's nice. I guess it's just not for me, I guess. It's interesting, it's unique. Not really for me, just gonna go with the 7.5 on that one. Number 38. Wow, this is so nostalgic to me and I have no idea why. What is that? Man, I don't know what that is. It's an aquatic by the lake. Spicy. It's not spicy, really. This is so lovely. It's so sweet. But it's not really that sweet. What is this? What am I smelling? My nose is not good enough to like pick these notes out. But yeah. It's just so nostalgic. So I don't know if anyone else is gonna get it like the way I'm getting it right now. Little bit of the clean shower gel thing. I guess it's the aquatic part of it. Again, I'm getting like dock by the lake vibes, you know? So I guess some woody and aquatic, but way more subtle and elegant than any sort of basic kind of designer thing would do it. Although watch it be like some cheap designery thing, you know? I don't know what this is. I don't know. I'm tempted to give it a really high rating, but at the same time, I don't really know. Like, I gotta spend some more time with this and see how it works on the skin. It might be the kind of thing that fades really quickly. Fuck, but it's nice. What is this floral blend going on here? I just want to explore. So we're gonna go 8.75 on this. Very intrigued to discover more about this one. It is so elegant in its own right. I can't get enough, but I think it might be because I have a personal connection to it. So, very interested. 8.75. Interesting, subtle. What is this? Spicy. Aromatic. Cool. Fresh. Woodsy. Clean, out the shower. A little bit kind of basic Dove soap kind of thing too, soapy. Very nicely done, not gonna lie, I do like it. It's very clean, very safe. Somehow slightly masculine. Floral, you know, pretty standard, but to me I like it though. This is one of those safe fragrances. You just want to smell clean and good, you know? Those are good to have sometimes. It's a bit subtle though. I can't really smell it right now. I have smelled like 39 fragrances right now, so it could be part of it. I'm gonna go with an 8.5 just to play it safe. I'm not sure. I can't put my finger on this. I'm not sure what's going on fully, but it seems nice though. But it's quite subtle. 8? Let's just go down to an 8. Let's be safe. Let's not go crazy here. Because it is a bit basic somehow, actually, but the whole Dove soap kind of thing is true. It's a bit basic. Even gonna go down to the 7.75 and call it that. But anyway, it's nice, it's safe, it's good. Number 40! Back to our classic. Somehow classic. I don't know why this seems so, but we're going back again to this classic niche. Woody, dry, sweet. It's kind of high-end woods. Resinous, sweet, incensey, touch of gourmand. It is so addictive, you know, that kind of addictive quality of that sweet and woodsy combination. A little bit smoky, a little bit spicy, really yummy, you know, nice, addictive, good-ish. Thick, you know, heavy. And just totally addictive type of yummy, woodsy, sweet kind of thing. Solid 8 somehow reminds me of other ones I've smelled. You know what I mean? In this and the last few batches too. But really nice. You can tell. Feels like some quality equipment in here. Maybe a little bit of oud just underneath that surface because it had a little bit of that kind of stank barnyard, but it's so barely there that it only improves it, you know. Gives it the edge, gives it the masculine touch, gives it that grit. So guys, that's it. 40 new frags, big fucking range. Hope you guys enjoyed, hope you got something out of it. Make some informed decisions, get some samples, and enjoy. See you guys.